Right then, welcome to my listeners to this show. On this episode segment, it's a pleasure to support and interview emerging artists because today I'm joined by Mimi Palette, who is an Argentinian born but Spanish situated singer-songwriter. It's a joy to have you on my radio shows and podcasts here in the UK. How is life treating you?
Well, first, thank you for inviting me, and everything's great. It's been very exciting to start releasing the music and seeing how it's received. I just found out that my first single was played yesterday on the BBC Radio Ulster, one of those. So it's very it's exciting time.
Oh wow, that's such an achievement already. How long have you been on your musical kind of voyage?
So it's a long journey. I've been involved in music from a very, very young age. I started playing the violin at 6 and then moved on to trumpet and then singing and choir, and music was always around. Um, and I actually, that's what I wanted to do. So I studied formally music after high school. And, but then life kind of threw me around a little bit, and I actually moved away from it and went to culinary school, and I left music up 100%, did nothing with it, didn't sing for a couple years, like I was completely disconnected with it. And but that's what brought me to Spain, working in kitchens and in a pastry shop, and then that took me to Ireland to work in a hotel as a pastry chef. And it was there where I reconnected with music and reconnected with myself and found my way back to it. And that's where I started writing, and that was a few years ago. And I started writing, and I started um, listening to folk music again, and reconnecting with my roots basically. Um, and I decided I had to do it. I have to do this again, and this is what I need to do. And I quit my job and moved to Spain to try and do this full time again. And I started teaching, and I kept on writing, and that's basically it. I'm teaching voice full time now, and wrote the album, recorded the album, and now it's coming out. It's been a I tried to make it as short as possible, but it's been a long journey.
Well condensed. Thanks for sharing like your musical timeline and your memories there. That's wonderful. And one of the reasons I mentioned before we started the interview was here to discuss, your new single, Milk and Whiskey. And I understand it's taken from a forthcoming album released early next year. But let's just concentrate on the single. So, Milk and Whiskey. Can you just describe this record, like the meaning behind it and what the listeners can expect from it?
From Milk and Whiskey.
Yes,
From
that's the one.
Okay. So it's it's a song that I wasn't when I wrote it. It's I mean, it's a country song. That's how I can describe it in simple terms. It's a very country song. It has a pedal steel guitar and mandolin, and it's very um,
Folky is a word
yeah,
in
it's very
places.
song. It's a very happy song in the way that it feels and it sounds. Um, it's a song that I didn't expect it to sound this way when I wrote it, but as everything that I write, I never know where it's going to lead in the end. And um, it's a very special song to me. I wrote it for my sister. It's about her. Um, and our relationship in a different way written. I wrote it as a mystery woman, but it's basically my sister. And so it's a song about having finding this person that you can lean on and that listens and doesn't judge and doesn't like you feel safe and supports you throughout pain or heartache or some or anything that goes on in your life. and and yeah, that's basically it,
Mm.
and we try to make it like a very upbeat and happy, um because that's the message that it was supposed
Yeah.
to
For the
give.
listener to perceive
Yeah,
here. And
yeah,
with Milk and Whiskey, that's the same title for your new album as well,
yeah, it is.
scheduled for release early next year. How many tracks roughly on this new album?
It's 10 tracks. 10 tracks. We've done two singles, and it's another 8 more tracks in the album.
And what was the experience like recording your album? Did you record it in Spain? And the people you work with, like producers, what was the whole experience
No,
like?
so it was very surreal for me because like here, like I live in Spain, I live in Madrid, and like I said, I teach singing, but I don't have a lot of connections here in the music business. So when I was writing these songs, I got to a point that I felt like I needed someone to help me make them into something else than words in a notebook and me in my room, and cre- actually create something that I could share. So I started looking for producers, and I write in English. It's I'm Argentinian, I live in Spain, but I read in English. All the music I listen to is in
Mm.
English, and it just comes. And I went to a British school. It just comes out that way. And so I started looking for someone who would understand what I was going for, and also like the genre and the the lyrics I was trying to write and everything. Someone that truly got the vision, basically. And I started looking, and that's where I found Sarah Gillespie, which she produced the album, and we did this mentorship program, and um, I finished writing the songs during that time. And with her, I went to London, and we recorded the album actually in a studio in Notting Hill with a full like band from there. And I did it in London. It was very surreal with it. Like it wasn't something that I expected, something that I ever thought could happen. Um, but it was a great experience. I
Mm.
finished and I was like, can I come back tomorrow? Like, can I do this every day of
Mm.
my life? This is amazing.
Good experience then. And going back to Milk and Whiskey and another song you released as well, Spring. In particular, Milk and Whiskey, I had listened. It's a very smooth, relaxing song.
Yeah,
It's got your dynamic vocals on, so you go softly, gently to like you're hitting the kind of more powerful notes,
yeah.
but still keeping that warm, soothing sound as well. And with Spring, that was one of your other singles you released. Would you
Spring,
say that's a seasonal number, for that time of year?
spring. I don't. There's no song spring. Maybe
Okay, so
I don't.
no spring, but there'll be music coming in spring next
Ah,
year
sorry. I thought you said music.
in
Can you
20.
repeat the question? I'm
Yeah, so
sorry.
in 2026, in spring, will you be releasing more music?
Oh, okay. So we'll be releasing. We'll actually be releasing. I don't. We'll be releasing the rest of the album in the middle of winter.
Okay.
So it's actually in. I think it's the last Friday of January.
Yeah.
Um. So after the holidays in the beginning of the year, that's when the rest of the album is coming. And it's. I sorry, I got confused because the album is actually very spring forward in lyrics.
Right.
And it's very there's lots of flowers and nature and references, um but the rest of the music is coming at the end of January.
Yeah, sure. I think I was going to ask if you released a song called Ink Stains. Was that the
I did.
one? That's the one I was wanted to
Yeah.
ask about. What's the background to this record, please?
So it's a very different song. We chose it to show a different kind of composition and a different kind of songwriting. Um, it's a song that came very quickly. I wrote it. I was like 12 o'clock at night, and I couldn't sleep, and I just started writing, and in half an hour, I had like the whole song written. Um, it's it's different for me to write something like that in lyrics and also in the music. Um, it's a very rock and roll kind of song.
Mm,
Um, and and the lyrics, like they every verse is an image or of the way that I experience insomnia and anxiety and depression and PTSD and like different kinds of um, things that at least I went through in different points of my life, and every verse is a different image that explains the way I experience those feelings, and so it's very different because I I tend to get a little anxious sharing those kind of feelings. Um, but I don't know. I think it came out good, and it's very like dark in meaning if you read the lyrics. But the song, when you listen to it, it's not really
mm.
dark. It's actually very upbeat and like strutty and very um happy rock and roll kind of song. So it has though that balance, I think,
Yeah.
and so that's what you can expect from it, I think.
And was that one of your debut singles?
Yes, it's the second one.
Okay, right. And where's best for people to follow you, like if you have a website or social media?
Yeah, so I do have a website. It's mimipalette.com, and I also have. You can follow me on Instagram. It's same name, Mimi Palette. Or I mean, I'm on TikTok. Don't really use it that much. It's very hard for me to set a camera and just record myself doing stuff. But I do have it, so you can follow me uh, either way. Or on the website, you can also subscribe, and there we have a mailing list, and so you can learn all the news and
That's great. Well, thank you very much for joining me on today's show, and
thank
best of luck
you.
with your new single and album, Mimi Palette, on today's radio show here in the UK. Me, Danny's son.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.